Hi guys, my name is Valkyr071, and I have a little bone to pick with a TV show called The Walking Dead. First of all, this show, and I use that term lightly, is based off of a comic book series which, in my opinion, and opinions being like assholes, I'm still entitled to it. In my opinion, one of the best comic book series ever made by man, ever. Okay? So here's the comic book series, The Walking Dead. As you can see, I have the first 8 volumes. These are actually just the collected individual comics all combined into like individual comic books. But I have about 10 of the original comics that they're just randomly assorted. I have like the first 5, and then I think I have 7 and 20 and some other ones, but they're in my closet. I started picking these up whenever I could because honestly, they're cheaper than buying the individual comics, and it doesn't take up as much space on my shelf. So, let me get right into my nice little rant. Because everybody I know has been like, oh, you know, The Walking Dead is so awesome, and I love this TV show, and oh, I'm so addicted to it. No. This show is nothing to be addicted to, it's nothing to like, it's not good, it's horrible, if you knew where it came from. Now, I understand, whenever you have something that's based off of a comic book, or, you know, a novel, or a graphic novel, or something like that, or even a cartoon, whenever you turn that into a movie or a TV series, I understand you have to make compromise, you have to change things. But for one, The Walking Dead only has a season of 6 episodes. That is stupid. Another thing is that they're dragging out the storyline so much. They should have been done with the first volume by now, okay? Seriously, I could have been. I could have done a better series in my backyard with stick figures. Now, for those of you who've watched this abomination of a television show and you think you know what it's about, let me tell you, you're wrong. This is The Walking Dead. It revolves around a man named Rick Grimes. He's a police officer. In the very first page, you see that he is shot by an escaped convict, and he wakes up in the hospital. Okay? In the episode, they started off the episode somewhere near the middle of the book here. Okay? They started off the episode somewhere around here-ish. Yeah, probably somewhere around here. So whenever they started off the episode. With him looking for gas. And I had no idea where they were going whenever it first started off, because I'm like, okay, you know, he's driving, maybe he's going to, you know, this first scene in the book. I was all excited. I gotta tell you, I was psyched, okay? I'm thinking, oh, alright, they're gonna start it off with a gun chase, you know, maybe they're gonna show us a little bit of the build-up or the escape convict. No. You know what we get? Rick pulls out a gun and shoots a little girl that's a zombie. And then the beginning plays, and I'm like, okay, are they just skipping the first forever of the book and just going right to the middle? That's really stupid. But no, they never explain that scene, they never show it again, they never talk about it. I guess that would just to tell the audience, hey, this is about zombies and killing zombies, and little girls are zombies, yay, zombies! So, what they do is then they have Rick and Shane, who are these police officers, talking about women not turning off lights for about, like, 5 minutes screen time. It's so pointless. Then you have all these extra cars and these extra police officers and everything. These spike strips and cops, and it's so pointless. They're everywhere. And it's... Look, in the comic, okay, you have just Shane and just Rick, okay? That's it. Our backup is probably more than 10 miles away. We're sitting ducked behind this car. It was just them two. Just them. Okay? And it's just one convict with a shotgun in a stolen pickup truck. Okay? That's what it is. You know what they did in the TV show? A TV show. Yeah, it's not a TV show. You know what they did? They have, like, the sports car, and there are these 3 guys that get out one by one with guns, and the one shoots Rick with a handgun, and hits him in the bulletproof vest, and the other one comes out with a shotgun, and of course he's the one who should have hit Rick, but no, that one just dies before he even hits anybody. Then another guy comes out with a handgun and shoots Rick underneath the bulletproof vest, which makes no sense, because think about how bulletproof vests are made nowadays. That doesn't work. Then he wakes up in the hospital, and that scene was kind of like the comic, but then all of a sudden it's like the cafeteria. Look, here's a cafeteria scene from the comic book, okay? The cafeteria, I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but the cafeteria is actually blocked off. Like, they have a bar on it, okay? Then he opens up the door against his better will and sees all these thousands of zombies. And I was looking forward to that, because that's the first time you actually see any zombies in this book. You know, in the entire series. And no, they had to do things different. They just really had to. I mean, I can understand not following something to a certain degree, but making shit up? The first episode of this series was decent. It was decent. But you see, the problem is, then they got to the second episode, and there's some kind of department store that... I'm not racist or anything, okay? Just to say that off first, but there's this black guy and this black girl who do not exist and should not exist. They're not in the books at all. Then they're with this douchebag biker guy with a sniper rifle, and Glenn, hallelujah, they got Glenn right, and then there's these other people, and it's like, what the hell are they doing here? Like, why are they... That never happened. Okay, you know what happened in the comic book? He met Glenn, he went into the city, and ran away. You see, Rick was smart from the very beginning. He knew, don't use your gun, okay? Well, I mean, he kind of knew, okay? But, I mean, he started to realize that if you shot your gun, they were going to show up. But in the movie, he's just blasting away. The TV show, whatever. He's just blasting away every single word. Like, boom, 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 zombie, zombie, zombie. Plus, he drops the bag of guns, which makes... I mean, he does that in the book, but then he picks it back up. And he just... Then Glenn saves him, and look... Glenn tells him, right here, stop using that gun, you'll have the whole city on us. Don't worry about them, they'll be long gone before we get down here. But no, they don't try to do that. In the movie, they're just like, TV show, whatever, they're just running around with guns, shooting everything, and Rick is inside of a tank, and okay, yes, I will admit there is a tank, okay? But it is nowhere near that part, and they never go inside it. Here's the tank, okay? Here's where we are, here's whenever Rick first enters the city. All these pages here, then the tank. But no, they decided to make that part of it, and that never happened. Rick never went inside of that tank. That was just your way of ending the episode conveniently. Everybody who's watching this television series, they're just pushing out bullshit, okay? They don't care about you, the fans. They just want to extend this series as long as they possibly can. That biker guy that was handcuffed to the top of the roof, doesn't exist. That never happened in the comic. He was made up. That whole storyline, whenever they came back... Okay, this is the thing that really pissed me off. Apparently, Shane told Lori that Rick was dead when Rick was sitting in the hospital. That didn't happen. Lori only had sex with Shane once, and that was because she felt so bad, and she just needed something to get her mind off it. Then she regretted it every single second afterwards. She hated and hated and hated that she had done that, okay? She felt so horrible about it. She didn't like that she had done that, okay? She wished she could have taken it back. And then she knew that Rick was still alive in the hospital. He was lying in the hospital, but they had to leave him because they had to abandon the town. And, you know, Shane took Lori and Carl somewhere where they'd be safe, okay, to Atlanta to see her parents. But they showed up too late. Atlanta had been closed off and overrun with zombies by the military, and they got out of there soon enough, and they started a camp with some of the other late arrivals. However... I guess they're fucking each other every 5 seconds now, and in the TV show, and she thinks that Shane is dead, or she thinks that Rick is dead, and Shane is just like, you know, everybody in this damn TV show is out of character. Rick starts off as this kind, compassionate guy, who's like really afraid of everything that's going on. He's really confused, and, you know, he's just a very nice person at first, okay? He's just really awesome, and he's so happy to see his wife, and he's so happy to see his best friend, and whenever somebody tells him that, you know, Shane slept with Lori once, he's like, no, I don't think that's possible. That can't have happened. You know, Shane's my best friend. He would never do that. I've had him over to my house for dinner and stuff. And then it goes on, and Shane, like, never mentions anything about it. He acts like everything is cool. Lori acts like everything is cool. Neither of them tell Rick about it until Shane gets really jealous this one time, and Carl happens to be there with a gun, and Carl shoots Shane. See, because Shane is telling him, everything was fine until you came back. And, you know, and then Rick is starting to realize, wait a minute, oh my god, you know, Shane slept with my wife. And just as Shane is about to kill Rick, bam, Carl, the son, steps in and shoots that stupid, ugly SOB. But in the TV show, it's like, he's just going off. Like, seriously, Shane is just going crazy. He's punching people, he's beating people. Everybody's out of character. Nothing that happens in the TV show should actually happen. Every single person is out of character. Not a single person follows character at all, okay? Glenn's the only one. Glenn, my favorite character, is in character, and they got all the characters looking right, okay? They got everybody to look the right way, but they don't act the right way. I mean, besides from the names and the looks, that's really all this TV show got. And I'm gonna finish this in the second part. So watch that one.